What if I told you that in 1962, America had a superhero more powerful than Thor, smarter than Tony Stark, and more heroic than Captain America? The President of the United States personally asked him to retire, not because he did anything wrong, because he committed the ultimate crime, being black, while also being the most powerful man on Earth. This is the story of Adam Brashear, the Blue Marvel. I'm Kai the Comic Guy, and today we're diving into why Blue Marvel represents one of the most important and tragic stories in comic book history. Blue Marvel was created in 2008 by Kevin Grevioux, the writer behind Underworld, who also holds degrees related to microbiology and genetic engineering. Born in the 60s and growing up in the civil rights movements, Kevin poured his own experiences with racism to this character. His goal, to create a superhero who could sit at the table with Superman, Martian the Manhunter, and Shazam, someone with both incredible power, but also genius-level intellect. Adam Brashear's origin is classic superhero material with a heartbreaking twist. Former Korean War Marine, football player, Adam graduated top of his class from Cornell with a PhD in electrical engineering and theoretical physics. During the war, he saved his friend Connor Sims from an enemy ambush, a friendship that would later turn tragic. As a civilian, Adam worked on a classified military project, attempting to harness antimatter as an energy source. During an experiment with Connor, something went catastrophically wrong. The antimatter exploded, bathing both men in antimatter energy. Connor appeared to be vaporized and presumed dead. Adam survived and became Blue Marvel, one of the most powerful beings on Earth. From the early 1960s, Blue Marvel operated as America's greatest hero. He stopped nuclear missiles mid-flight during the Cuban Missile Crisis, when the USS Enterprise was damaged by a Russian submarine. He carried the entire aircraft from the Atlantic Ocean back to port. He even knocked a meteor, the size of Arkansas, off its collision course with Earth. When Namor the Samaritan first met Adam, they immediately fought because Namor thought Adam was invading his oceans. Namor later admitted that Adam was one of the few beings he truly respected, and Namor respects almost no one. He was beloved, he was celebrated, he was an American champion, until the day that the mask came off. Before we delve further into the history of Blue Marvel, let's take a moment to discuss his strength, his intelligence, and also his powers and how they work. Understanding these things laments the significance of Blue Marvel in Marvel Comics, or at least the level of significance he should be. Let's get into it. Blue Marvel has been stated to be on par with Thor and Hulk in terms of power and strength, especially when he's angry. He's traded blows with Sentry, one of Marvel's most powerful heroes, and when the Ultimates faced the villain Anti-Man, Sentry himself said he's never experienced such a being on such a scale of power. Yet Blue Marvel had fought Anti-Man to a standstill before, though in all fairness, Anti-Man didn't have full control of his power. It was at the anatomical level as well. He doesn't just punch things, he can outthink almost anyone on the planet. Adam ranks highest among Earth's smartest people in the Marvel Universe, alongside Reed Richards, Tony Starks, and Black Panther, though I have my money on Moon Girl and Valeria Richards. With his intelligence, Blue Marvel has solved one of the mysteries that plagued the universe for quite some time, Galactus. He would quench the planet eater's hunger and change him into the life-bringer. Powered by stable antimatter, Adam can manipulate antimatter energy, survive in space without protection, and doesn't really age. His molecular structure, though, was fundamentally altered. It's also been theorized that he can control the molecular structure of other humans, which explains why even his wife, Marlene, didn't age at the same rate as normal humans did. Now that you really understand how powerful Blue Marvel is, we need to talk about antimatter. Because it isn't just a comic book pseudoscience, antimatter is real, and it's the most powerful energy source in the known universe when colliding with matter. Here's how it works. Every particle of normal matter, the stuff you, me, and everything around us is made of, has an antimatter counterpart, an electron that has a proton that has an antiproton. Antimatter looks identical to regular matters, but with opposite electrical charges. Now here's where it gets a little insane. When matter and antimatter touch, they completely annihilate each other and convert 100% of their mass directly into energy. Not just 1%, not just 50%, 100%. 1 gram. Just 1 gram of antimatter with 1 gram of matter will release the same energy as the atomic bomb that destroyed Hiroshima. That's about 43 kilotons of TNT from something the size of a paperclip. The entire world's electrical energy consumption for a year could theoretically be powered by 40 kilograms of antimatter. That's less than the weight of an average 10-year-old child. But Blue Marvel doesn't just channel this power, he generates stable antimatter. He is a walking antimatter reactor. Every punch he throws could theoretically release explosive power equivalent to nuclear weapons. The fact that he controls the power with such precision and that he doesn't accidentally vaporize everything around him just shows you how incredible his mastery is. Adam Brashear isn't just another superhero. He's potentially the most powerful protector of Earth, a man who would end the world with a thought, but chose to save it instead. A man who would accept a world that would not accept him. So why did the world turn on him? In 1962, during a televised battle with Antiman, who turned out to be Connor Sims, driven mad by antimatter exposure, Blue Marvel's mask was torn off. America watched on television as their greatest hero was revealed to be the worst thing of all, a superpowered African-American man. The reaction was a celebration. It was controversy. It was fear. It was rage. Think about that for a second. America wasn't afraid of a villain who nearly destroyed them. They were afraid of their own hero because he was black. President Kennedy called Adam to the White House. Kennedy gave him an impassioned speech explaining that white society had been comfortable with the racist status quo for decades. But suddenly, when a superpowered black man appeared, who could force social change and couldn't be stopped, the status quo became a threat to white America's control. Kennedy told Adam that his continued existence as a superhero meant a potential race war was on the horizon. Then, after handing him a Congressional Medal of Honor, Kennedy asked Adam to step down from being a superhero indefinitely. Adam faced racism from all sides. White society hurled racial slurs at him. The black community rejected him because he refused to ally himself explicitly with the civil rights movement. Adam lost everything. He stepped down as requested because he believed in the rule of law and that defying a direct presidential request would create the very chaos he was trying to prevent. Later, he would face the ultimate betrayal by his wife, Marlene. Marlene was actually an agent the whole time, a federal intelligence operative assigned to monitor Adam Brashear. Her entire relationship with him, the courtship, the marriage, the years together, began as a surveillance operation. Though later on it seemed through hardship and experience and going through life with Adam Brashear, she learned to love him. Even after everything he'd done for his country, they still didn't trust him. Meanwhile, his heroic deeds were systematically erased from public records. The Blue Marvel protocols were classified top secret. A fake story was created that he had died fighting an alien threat. His name was deliberately scrubbed from history. When Tony Stark went searching for information about Blue Marvel in the modern day, he found almost nothing. Even Reed Richards, arguably the smartest man in the Marvel Universe with accessible vast databases, only had a vague, ambiguous knowledge that someone called Blue Marvel had existed in the 1960s, but supposedly died. He was finally called back into service later. He joined the mighty Avengers. He also would defeat one of the greatest threats to the multiverse, Hyperion. This variant of Hyperion had defeated everyone, Thor, and Earth's greatest heroes from other multiverses. Yet to Blue Marvel, he bends the knee and was defeated. Facing multiversal threats, he became a founding member of the Ultimates. He remained, fundamentally always, the hero of Blue Marvel. And despite his incredible potential, he remains criminally underused. He's been on teams, he's had moments to shine, but he's never been given his own ongoing series. He's never been featured in an MCU. He's a footnote when he should be a flagship. Blue Marvel represents everything a superhero should be: powerful, intelligent, and compassionate, and also principled. But his story also represents everything wrong with how we treat excellence, especially when it doesn't look the way we expect. Adam Brashear should be as iconic as Captain America or Iron Man. Instead, he's a character most casual fans have never heard of. And yet, even in fiction, in 2025, Blue Marvel still can't seem to get the spotlight he deserves. The title of his comics is at all The Legend of Blue Marvel, because in the end, that's what he became, a legend that was almost forgotten, a hero who deserved better from the world he saved. We don't deserve Blue Marvel, but we need his story now more than ever. If you want to read Blue Marvel for yourself, start with his 2008 miniseries by Kevin Grevioux. Then check out the Mighty Avengers and Elwing's Ultimate Run where he really shines. If you want me to, I can cover it. Let me know in the comments. Guys, don't forget to hit that like and subscribe button for deeper dives into underrated heroes, and let me know in the comments, do you think Blue Marvel deserves his own solo ongoing series? If so, who do you want to write it? For the MCU appearance, who should play him? I vote for Sterling K. Brown. Well guys, that's it for now. Keep your feet on the ground and your eyes on the stars. Excelsior, my fellow nerds. Kai out.